Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you for downloading and checking us out this week. Oh man, there's been some crazy actions going on.
Yeah, there has.
At the Goblin Market and a bunch of other places.
Yes.
Crazy action, Goblin Market. Crazy action, Goblin Market.
So, Brian, why don't you, I don't know, take us where you want to take us, I suppose.
Well, last time...
On Critical Hit.
On Critical Hit!
Yeah, we were at the Goblin Market, and, the proxy had seemed to have completed a deal and got himself access to some 10 pure souls. Also, Alana was there, hidden away in a veil of invisibility. You had some questions about that situation there, Sam?
Yeah, so these pure souls, are they conscious? Are they tied up? How, like...
Yeah, they're conscious and chained.
Oh, cool. Then I'm going to unleash.
Okay.
I'm going to start this off with a bang. I guess the first question is the book. Where is it at this moment?
I'd say
Vicente.
Vicente, yes, thank you.
Yes.
So, yes, Vicente has possession of the book, and...
Okay, he is holding it, or...
Yeah, he's holding it.
Okay. Then, yeah, as this deal goes down, I'm first going to take a quick picture of the situation on my cell phone, which is silenced and not functioning because we're in the, I don't know, whatever the equivalent of fairy is. And then I am going to use some magic to try to save these people.
Okay, so what exactly are you wanting to accomplish here?
I would like to use elementalism to conjure the elements. And I am less interested in striking my enemies, though I'm more interested in possibly severing the chains if at all possible. So maybe just like unleashing a bunch of like frosty icicles that like pierce the chains and possibly cause some general damage to the room, but hopefully not injuring these people.
Let's see. Well, I think if you can succeed with a let it out, that would let you take hold of something vulnerable, in which case the innocent souls...
Let it out or unleash?
I was going to say let it out. Because you're not actually... Don't seem to be
because
primarily...
I have the elementalism spell.
I'm going to say that largely that's just going to be kind of the flavor of how you're letting it out. Is through this blast of elementalism. But since you're more concerned about trying to free the lost souls
than do physical damage.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, well that is fine. I will attempt to do that then. So that's a roll spirit.
Yes.
I succeed partially.
So all right then choose one. You can take that definitive hold of something vulnerable, most likely, and mark corruption.
Yep. I feel like I should. This is like so backwards. Like I feel like I should mark corruption for not doing this. So, but
my corruption track is empty. So.
That's so silly. Like I've taken so much corruption just for using magic to try to help people.
That'll teach you to try to help people.
Yeah.
It really will.
Ends and means.
All right.
Ends and means.
Moles and trolls, moles and trolls, moles and trolls.
Then so she'll unleash and try to sever these chains and and yell to them to run.
Yeah, I think chaos is pretty broken out. You basically managed to get a good wall of ice between the proxy and these souls as they kind of start through their tear-filled eyes, moving and trying to look for an exit, and it's something of a stampede. Proxy, you just saw this burst of elemental blast there. What do you have a response here?
So they're all free, and there's some ice between me and them.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Do I know where the blast of magic came from?
Does blasting magic drop the veil there?
It is remarkably unclear. It does not say anything about. It just says spend one hold to make yourself invisible from sight for a few moments. It doesn't say one way or the other. I would assume so. Just on the. Otherwise, that would be really powerful. So
for a few moments, man.
Yeah, I think almost always gives you opportunity to escape as long as no one else can magically pierce your illusions or teleport to pursue you. I would say that this probably even. You might still have some kind of veil, but I think the proxy can basically tell the source of the blast.
Cool. So that seems reasonable.
But it's probably dropping real soon.
It's is there like no way that I can get to any of them at this stage?
Oh, you probably could, yes. Again, they're not too organized. So,
okay.
As they're kind of scattering, I think you could definitely grab a couple if you wanted.
Yeah, I will go into my demonic form and try to snag a couple, however many I can get.
Oh boy. Okay. And does that take a roll in itself to...
Yep, I gotta roll blood.
Roll blood, which is good for you.
Which is good for me. So I'm just going to roll and unleash because it's the same thing.
All right.
I get an 8. So that gives me...
one choice. You can gain armor +1, heal 2 harm, inflict +1 harm. Demonic weapons, 3 harm hand or 2 harm close, or demonic movement, flight / flaming bicycle or motorcycle, something like that.
Flying bicycle. That's so good.
It's gonna be a flaming pogo stick for me.
The ghost boinger.
I'm going to go with demonic weapon up close. Or I guess hand-ish, which will just be the short range scream.
All right.
And then do I need to roll anything to get them, or is it just assumed that I do?
I say you can certainly grab a couple.
So, well, I'll grab...
Or were you just wanting to...
Yeah, I'm just going to harvest their souls as they run by.
Oh, I see.
I mean, that was what I was about to do anyway.
Yes, true.
Oh, this is bad. The goblins will not be happy.
I think, if you want to also let it out. And again, probably trying to take definite hold of something vulnerable or exposed.
How about if instead of that, I whip up the attending Fae into nabbing everyone?
Give me a persuade NPC.
Sure.
Roll with heart.
I succeed partially.
Partial success. He was kind of starting to edge out the door, but as you kind of get his attention, so you got the one hold. Oh, no, never mind. I was looking at figure something out. So
it's like looks like on a persuaded NPC on the partial, he'll do it, but you're going to owe him.
I don't know if he'll owe him here.
Yeah.
So he'll modify the terms. I think he's just going to try to he basically says, I'll just block the exit and make sure nothing gets out. And so he's just kind of gonna stand in the way and try to prevent either the assailant or the innocents from escaping.
Okay.
So you basically do that. So Alana, what do you do?
So this Fae is standing in the doorway now?
Yeah, he's just going to be standing in the doorway and basically just preventing anyone from trying to get out. So basically, he just locks the door and tries to.
Yeah. Then, so has he locked the door? Is he locking the door from the inside or the outside?
From the inside.
I think what I'm going to try to do is a kind of like a mislead or distract thing to try to get him like to take advantage of this chaos and possibly like get people to, or get this guy to feel threatened enough to move so that I can open the door. So that could be some kind of either unleashing or trying to like rally the people to charge him or something like that. Whatever you think kind of would work the best in the situation.
I think mislead, distract, or trick would work there.
Cool.
Because definitely sounds like you're trying to create an opportunity or expose a weakness.
Yeah. All right, then I will do that. Succeed partially.
Partial success. So yeah, you do get to pick 2. So you can create an opportunity or expose a weakness or flaw. You can also confuse them for some time or avoid further entanglement. So
basically, I will like go ahead and say like I stoke up like the ice so that it starts like crystallizing on the door near him and causes him to step back and allows them to start barreling through the door.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I get to do 2 of those things, and then I'll also I'm gonna say try to like, would avoiding further entanglement, would that just be for like how would that work? Would that like just get me out of this problem with him, or?
Yeah, I think that just give you an opportunity to get out of here.
All right, then I'll do that as well. I'll also avoid further entanglement while trying to create an opportunity for escape.
Okay. So Alana starts booking it out the door with a good portion of this crowd. Proxy, you do got a couple of them that you can get rid of here, or you can respond to that situation there, basically.
So I can't really like stop them from leaving at this point, right? Or like what, like can I like, if I roll well enough, can I like shut the doors again somehow, or?
Yeah, you could probably at least cut them off. But Alana is probably pretty well out of it right now.
Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, I'll let Alana go and basically try to obliterate as many innocents as I can in one spin.
Then, I'm going to say try to let it out to see if you can obliterate a good mass of them.
Let it out?
Yeah.
A miss.
Ooh, interesting.
Bad timing.
Basically, as you lunge forward and try to basically make a big gout of hellish flame, this actually just spooks your elven tenant here, who basically just stumbles and pushes the door wider open, allowing for easier escape and causing this chaos to spill into the main area of the mead hall. And there is definitely some attention being drawn to this now.
I would like to, if at all possible, take advantage of the like as a parting attack, do an unleash on Vincente.
Okay.
To try to take the book from him.
All right.
And I will be using the dark arts, so I can. It's my corruption move, so I can unleash with magic or psychic energies and mark corruption to roll spirit instead of blood.
All right.
So like as she's running, like she just like gestures, and hopefully the book floats out of his hand and to her. So I will roll spirit. I'm gonna roll let it out, even though it's an unleash, because that requires spirit.
Fair enough. Ooh, full success.
I succeed.
So yes. So yeah, you do. So you just choose to take something from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you can pretty much do that without any repercussions there.
You can take both his hands, and there'll be a book in them.
Well, if it would have also done hit or a harm, maybe, but no, she just gets the book with minimal harm to Lieutenant. So yeah, you have the book, and you have a pretty good opening to get out of here with it.
All right, then I am going to flee while trying to herd these innocents as far away from the proxy as possible.
I'm gonna say if you're gonna actually try to get the innocents away, I'd maybe roll an escape and see if that's successful.
Yeah, that's reasonable. That's super reasonable. Roll with blood. I'm so bad at that. All right, well, let's try it.
I can show you how it works.
Nope.
Ooh,
apparently
miss.
I can't.
So interesting.
What does that even mean?
Well, I think that provides a good opportunity for the proxy to respond. Basically, with his wild lunge earlier,
Sure.
he's able to basically position himself right in front of you. And what proxy, do you wish to try to do something to gain control of the situation, or what's your play here?
Let's see. I am going to try to kill her.
Oh boy. So gonna unleash? Or
Yep.
Okay, that's a
legit.
Okay. So roll.
This is all still in the meat hall?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is...
Yep.
I have a question before he does that.
Uh-huh.
What if it works?
Well, that partial success. So
she's only mostly dead.
You can oh, okay. So yeah, she does inflict harm on Lucian, because that is a base ability, is to inflict harm. So you can inflict terrible harm, which would be one more harm, or take something from them.
What about my demonic weapon which does 3 harm?
Yeah, so 4
Ow.
is pretty brutal.
All
so
right, so he's gonna do 4 damage to me?
If he does terrible harm.
So it would be base 3, terrible harm would be an additional 1, or I can do 3 and take something?
Yep.
Super murder, or try to just gain an advantage here.
So hard.
There's also a negative aspect to this part, so that's fun.
Well, yeah, she can take a scar to ignore all harm.
No, on a 7 through 9, choose one from below.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's also going to... like, he can obliterate her, but...
yeah. I'll...
Can I, as a reaction, use one of my holds to teleport?
Maybe as a reaction. What you can... No, let's see. How much did you... Yeah, Nate wouldn't sway it, so... so you can't really try to get in the way, so...
Yeah, let's call it 3 harm and a book. And do I get to choose what the...
Yes.
What the bad thing is?
Do they inflict harm on you, or do you find yourself...
Yeah, I'll have her inflict harm on me.
All right. What harm do you have there, Sam?
So I take 3. I am now critically injured.
Critically injured. All right. But he's decided that you can inflict harm back.
I just want the book back.
Well, that's not the option you have here.
But by all means, stick around another round.
Yeah, right. So I guess I mean, what choice do I have? I just inflict a harm on him.
Well, yeah. Do you got any readily available source of harm?
Oh, my magic.
All right.
I could use what's called elementalism, which does. Let me take a quick look at that. So yeah, so he unleashes on me with his horrible demon scream of flesh flaying, and I will unleash back with elementalism, which does 3 harm at close range.
Okay. So, all right. So yes, you. What form of elementalism does this blast as?
This will be like lightning.
Lightning. Okay.
Like he kind of starts engulfing her with his demon wheel form, and she crackle with like blue and white electricity and burns him back.
Question, Brian.
So yes.
I feel like this isn't quite how that's supposed to go.
Oh.
Where it's not, they attack back, because otherwise it'll just be them attacking back and forth until someone gets a full success or fails.
Well, it depends on the choices they make.
Yeah,
but
I think it's supposed to be he took a harm in making the attack, and then she has a chance to act like normal.
Well, she's going to have an opportunity to act, but he did choose that they inflict harm back. So if she wants to spin the hold to do the elementalism, I'm fully allowing the 3 damage.
No, I don't do that. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying that was how. I'm sorry. Yeah, when you asked me what I was doing with harm, I thought that you were asking how I do harm. If I would have to do my action to elementalism, then I will not be doing that. I will be teleporting away so I don't die.
No, the way Brian is reading it, he's saying that I had the choice to take harm or do something else. I chose take harm, so you get like a free kick to the nards.
Pretty much,
I believe.
right? Yeah.
So yeah, that could say like then rather than a full unleash with elementalism, consider it like a smaller spark for hitting me.
Okay.
And then I will
spark in the nards.
Well, yeah. So if you don't want to actually spend the hold you have, then yeah, we'll just say that flavored as spark and 1 damage back.
Okay. How does my armor factor into that?
Oh, well, that'd nullify it.
Okay.
If you have the 1 armor.
I do.
Well,
you do.
There you go. So yes, but you're pretty well beat up, but you do have.
Oh yeah.
You zap him back enough to get opportunity to react here. So, you wishing to spin that hold to port out of here?
Yeah, I want to teleport out of here.
All right. So just basically back out of the hall and into the. What's this short?
Yeah,
distance.
I will spend. I've got 3 holds currently. I will spend 1 hold to teleport out of his range, and then 1 hold to turn myself back invisible.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would be fair enough. All right. So with that, Proxy, do you wish any further response here?
No, I'm not gonna try to track her down at this point.
Okay.
But I am gonna do something else.
Oh yes.
Yep. I'll turn back into a man person.
Mm-hmm.
Is Vicente in the room?
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay.
He's been pretty well hurt, and
I'll walk over to him and say, your security was seriously lacking. If you want this, and I'll show him the book, then your people will have to gather those again.
He sighs and kind of nods and basically clutching his pretty well burnt hands, kind of starts collecting himself and starts barking orders around the hall to for some of the gathered knight clan here to gather up what they can.
And basically, I'll try to spin it like if they manage to basically fulfill the deal anyway, then nobody has to know that anything went awry. And I'm basically going to try to extract a favor from them, assuming that it actually happens.
Yeah, I'll say that we can.
I mean, I'm going to try to interfere with the regathering once I'm out of range, because I'm going to try to find. Well, yeah, I'm going to try to find the light fae that I was working for and inform her of what's going down.
All right. That's going to take probably a bit of time, but yeah, I think let's go with hit the streets to try to see if you can find her quickly enough.
Cool. And for what it's worth, if I can find Ian rather than her, I will also take that.
Tell me your priority here.
Honestly, I guess I'm mostly looking for her. So, because I suppose they would not necessarily be. I mean, I'm looking like I don't know exactly. I can predict where she would be in the Goblin Market. I actually have no idea where Ian would go in the Goblin Market. So
fair enough.
Yeah, I shadow.
So she's wild.
Yes.
So it succeeds partially.
Partially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say basically it does cost you some time, and you are significantly beat up.
All right, then yeah. If I can't find her easily, I'm gonna just retreat back to my sanctum.
Okay, I think you can make a free getaway. You can. You do succeed partially, so you can find her.
Oh, okay.
So, like I say, it's just going to be a little difficult with your current situation. She's not at the stall that you had spoken with her at. And you are really starting to draw attention. Well, I guess you're kind of veiled, so you avoid much of the attention that you would have stumbling around half dead.
Yeah. So I will try to find her, and when I do, I'll probably I will appear, I don't know, flayed, bloody mess that I am, and say, I did what I could. You have a last opportunity to try to do something right now. They're going to kill 12 people for this book.
Well, Leandra does seem very shocked. She's kind of very concerned. Go ahead and roll me Persuade to see if you can convince her to violate the treaties here to intercede directly.
Nope.
Definitely
not.
No.
Whoops.
Okay, so she kind of shakes her head and I'm sorry, it's really out of my hands. I can't do anything here. Looks like we should really get you out of here. And she basically offers to lead you out.
I'm a fool. I had the book in my hands and I was trying to save the people. And I don't think I did anything at all.
Well, you tried. That's important. Let's get you out of here. She starts wandering you out. I say we will jump over to Ian, who has been wandering and sniffing around the goblin markets here. Seems to be far less interested in the various stalls and wares on display rather than just looking through the crowd.
I'm trying to find a person who needs to die.
Yes, you are.
Or
I found one.
Preferably more. More than one would be good.
I found two. They're not technically people. I hope that's okay.
Well, so yeah, if you want to, I say go ahead and you can try to hit the streets with power.
I'm gonna hit the streets with power.
If you're specifically looking for
dun 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 dun. It's a success.
It is a success, a full success.
That's an 11. Ha! You know what that means? Something terrible happens anyway because this game hates us all.
Well,
it's a full success, which means that you get what you want, but you also lose a finger.
Well, yeah, you do a bit of wandering, and you're in luck because you do see, kind of excitedly and nervously talking to a booth proprietor, a woman who you do know from your time in the store or in the fraternity.
It's really more of an honor society.
Yes.
Which is ridiculous because there's no reason for me to be there. But is there someone who needs to die?
It is Veronique.
Oh, I'm a killer.
Well, how do you wish to do this?
I wish to utilize the special class move that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, it specifies the location. Searching the location for the resources or tools needed to destroy it. So if I destroy the entire Goblin Market, I imagine that I make a lot of enemies.
Yes.
So, if I just go vigilante, I can then just attack, right? What do I know about the Goblin Market? The Goblin Market is clearly designed to where people are on neutral ground, and so you're not supposed to come in and kill everyone.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna.
But also, Goblin Market don't care.
Kinda. There's weird specific rules. Basically, I mean, you don't know this so much, Ian, not being so tuned in, but basically, outsiders doing open violence in the open areas is definitely going to be typically result in
round on.
That's why they have those big burly goblin guards hanging around every place.
Yes.
Or as we like to call them, collateral damage. I really feel like I'm kind of steering into a skid here because I've realized that many of the fellow PC characters are just awful. I mean, I'm someone who my character goal is to murder at least 3 people, and I'm like the 4th least jerk in the game, and that's amazing. So I do wish to attack Veronique regardless of consequences, which really should be my name, regardless of consequences. So I have the thing that says Vigilante class move when I go into battle. Is my move to go into battle, or am I using that Vigilante class move to actually do that?
I think you'll roll the that Vigilante class move to basically initiate hostilities.
Okay. I can totally do that, y'all. I'm about to do that. Oh, snap. I do it.
You do it good?
I succeed partially with a 9.
All right.
Oh, let's look and see.
Yes,
on a 7 to 9, I hold 2.
And during the fight, you can spend your hold 1-for-1 to kill, disable, disarm an NPC within reach.
Mm-hmm.
Redirect an attack within reach to another character within your reach, or else nowhere, into the ground, wall, or sky.
Mm-hmm. Cross the distance to any character
outside your reach before they have time to adjust or react.
That sounds like. Doesn't that sound like it? I think that sounds like.
I think so.
I think Ian is literally going to vault over the nearest stall and leap with the fervor that only an undead person wearing a lot of eyeshadow can in fact generate. And I shall spend my hold to get to her so that she can be killed.
All right.
One of my holds, because I have a hold too, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
So yeah, you basically leap. So everyone sees this guy dressed in all black just basically lunge and basically knock down and pin this slight build young woman with long dark black hair. Basically really seemed to be dressed to an attempt to be incognito, baseball cap, and just a plain t-shirt and jeans and backpack.
Well, that didn't work.
Well, now that so you don't really leave her any kind of opportunity to react here.
Okay.
So how do you wish to proceed?
I hear the skid. I must turn the skid. I'm going to shoot her.
You just want to roll and unleash, or?
Yes, I believe that I do.
All right.
I mean, this is my raison d'être, or however one speaks French. This is the thing. So yes, I do wish to unleash. So
right.
if you are of sensitive demeanor, please look away at this time. 14 succeeds. Holy moly.
crud!
You can roll that high?
Apparently.
He has a +2, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You can actually hover over the number on Roll20 and see what he actually rolled.
Oh.
Wow.
Huh.
That's neat.
5 and a 6. Okay. +3.
+3 because I'm rolling with blood, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what harm is your weapon?
Oh, crud. Where did I put my weapon? It is 2 harm, close and loud. It is a large caliber revolver.
Yeah, there's definitely a loud crack that rings out. She gasps in surprise and pain. As she does that, her eyes kind of completely fade over with a very strong gold tint. And she kind of starts shifting, getting a scaly skin, and her teeth and hands elongate, fingers elongating into claws. And she starts just like viciously wriggling, trying to get out of this.
It's a Dargan.
Is she a Dargan? Or like a snake thing?
Somewhat reptilian. Horns are starting to come out.
I hate her more now. I mean, kill me, yeah, but... Okay.
So, yes, and you have shot this potently loud gun, and that is definitely drawing a lot of commotion here. A lot of people are screaming and running, and you do see some bigger, burly guys who definitely seem to be quite a bit larger than you typically see around. Kind of flat faces and upturned noses and pretty vicious underbites, both of them. And they're kind of making their way towards you.
Okay.
Quite.
She's still here in my grasp, though, right?
Yes.
And I still have a hold 1.
I suppose you do.
Can I spend my hold 1 to kill her?
Yeah, if you want to kill her.
I kind of do. I mean,
okay.
I'm looking at everything on my character sheet, and everything on my character sheet says, "Yeah, you're totally a guy who's coming back from the dead to kill the people who killed you." And
did you take the justice rather than vengeance path?
I think that was the pick last time in the
it was
previous
a meandering
situation.
sort of path. Two paths diverged through the wood, and I took the one more slaughtery today. And Emily Dickinson said to me, "That's not cool, dude." And I said, "That doesn't even rhyme, Emily Dickinson." So I spend my hold.
And kill her?
This goes against every grain of my fiber of being. I mean, I feel like as someone who, yeah.
All right. How do you finish her off?
A
few more shots, or?
Yeah, one more.
All right. Another shot cracks out, and she goes limp, and her features seem to just sink back into normal proportions, and she seems lifeless.
Seems is not the... Where is it? Okay. The best word.
Now, you do got these guys pushing their way through quite upset crowd your way.
Mm-hmm. I believe it may be time to run.
All right.
Do I take corruption for all of that, Michigas? Or is that for later in the game?
I don't think this is a corrupting thing. You didn't do anything to trigger corruption.
Okay, that's what I wondered. This seems like this should
you could if you get away poorly.
Yes, that's depending on what happens here. Yes.
So, okay, I need to get out of here.
Yes.
Is there anything under... Yeah, escape. And I have an escape thing, but I don't know if I can use it.
Well, you can just roll for escape, just the normal basic move.
Okay. I do have that, the class move that says I always have an opening to escape.
Okay, well, then, yeah, you can... I was going to say you have the current opening anyways, but yeah, you definitely qualify to roll an escape.
All right, so I will roll an escape. Ooh, which is also blood, yay. And I missed. Oh God. God, did I miss? Oh, my word. I actually rolled a 0 somehow. I don't even know what that means. I used up all of my good numbers.
Rolling 3 What?
I rolled a 1 and a 2, and then I have 3 bonus for blood.
Yep.
So I hit 6, and I miss. So what happens when I miss on an escape?
So
I don't escape.
No, you don't escape. The guys barrel down on you, and they punch you pretty good. Go ahead and take 2 harm, as they are heavily trying to subdue you. And
now I am armored, so that would eat one of those harms. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I take 1 harm, and it says I am faint.
Yeah, it's just a faint wound. It's
okay.
Maybe a flesh wound.
Not even yet. It's just a light bruising.
My arm's gone off.
Your arm's gone? Right. Oh. No.
Sorry. Monty Python references. I'll put $1 in the jar later, Rodrigo. Sorry.
I mean, honestly, we've been doing this for 6 years. I'm surprised there hasn't been a lot more.
Well, technically, there were 2 tonight that no one's called me on. So,
how do you think Steven pays for all this equipment?
Yeah,
exactly. Wait, with my arm?
Yes, if you don't move the story along.
All right. So I'm now being beaten on by 2 big goblin enforcer guys.
Yes.
So I now have to do something else.
Well, I mean, with your ghostiness, you pretty much always have the opportunity to escape, it seems.
Aha! I shall do so. Aha!
Keep rolling badly.
Okay. So now I can make an opening to escape by using my ghostiness.
Pretty much.
Or by using this is actually a cross-class maneuver that I picked up last time, thanks to actually, on critical hit, advancing my character to the next level. For those of you paying attention at home, that means Matthew knows the rules of the game at least well enough to bluff to that level. 10 is a success.
All right. So this time you actually get a strong success. So you do have to choose one. So you do take advantage of an opening to escape. And I'm going to say basically that opening comes with the lynx basically materializing and pouncing on the back of one of these brutes and doing some pretty bad clawing and biting on the back of the neck.
My daemon has arrived.
Yes. And so you can choose to either suffer harm, end up in another dangerous situation, leave something important behind, owe someone a debt for your escape, or give into your base nature and mark corruption.
I shall give into my base nature.
Okay.
And I shall mark corruption.
All right. How does that express itself?
I scream with a mighty rage.
Okay.
The rage of 1,000 Gerard ways.
I need to point out something about what wall.
Tell me about what wall, bro.
On a miss, you attract the attention of dangerous spirits and ghosts in the area.
Did I miss?
You did miss the first time.
Oh. Did I use it the first time? I thought I rolled escape with blood. And you said we had an opening. Got the 3 and failed.
So
then I used wall to make another opening to escape.
Yes.
So the first escape was not, to my knowledge, that power thing.
That's true.
Because I literally went over to my stats under blood and hit
since
escape.
There is a specific downside, which is pretty bad for Ian with the wall, and I basically said he had the opportunity to escape with the first roll. I'm going to say that was not a wall.
Okay.
Triggering.
Good
roll.
to know.
Good to. It's not like the spirits aren't already mad at me. I had to set an entire alleyway. I burned down 3 city blocks. But we don't talk about that. All right.
Just a bar or two is going under some renovations now.
Yeah. So I have chosen to take corruption, give into my base nature. I shall scream in a terrifying manner, and I shall I can't actually do harm, can I? I can't do something that's outside of that mechanical part.
I mean, flavor it up, sure. I mean, you're basically just getting away.
Right. I want to try and scare these guys, so I'm going to scream and actually try and, leap into and or past them in a terrifying manner, implying that I am a terrifying, shrieking spirit from beyond. And not just an emo dude.
So yeah, I think there's definitely some interesting special effects. Almost basically.
The shadow of a lynx comes across my face.
Yeah, your features definitely distort and become a lot more skull-like, and your eyes blank out, and there's the wind whips up, and there's kind of an inky haze surrounds you as you do that. And
you said haze.
I suppose I did. And that gets the other one to recoil enough for you to basically book it.
All right. I shall book it. Now, this is my 3rd mark of corruption out of 5. When those are full, then I have to choose one of the negative aspects of that corruption.
Then you can then you get to take a corruption move and clear out.
His are a little different.
Oh, right. He has special corruption.
Special corruption.
He gets to upgrade his
Well, I don't know. He gets to have alternate basic moves.
Right.
So when he fills up his corruption track, other than the option to take a corruption move from another playbook or retire a character, which is the only way that the Revenant can retire by the rules.
Right. Now, this does bring up the question. Is it my choice what we do if we fill up that corruption track? I can choose to retire myself.
You could totally choose to retire the character, yes.
I probably wouldn't, because what fun is that? But
if this was more of an ongoing game, I probably would at some point, just to be like, okay, well, I'd like to come back with a new character.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, since we're kind of getting on the downhill slide of this game, though, that probably wouldn't be the best option right now.
Oh, I could just retire right now. I'm sorry.
Matthew wants the rest of the night off.
Yeah, Matthew just wants the next few Wednesdays off.
Yep.
That's all.
Too bad
I thought I was going to get the rest of the night off really early.
From being flayed inside out.
Thought that that might have been a concern, and that was going to make things interesting.
I
guess the day's not over yet.
Have come very close to death in this episode.
Yes.
I'm just saying. All right. So I'm able to pull off an escape.
Yes.
Time-wise, in terms of the things taking place, is this taking place at the same time that Alana is being gravely wounded?
I would say, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Many a fracas is being made at different places within the Goblin market at this time.
That's what I wondered. So, cool. Now, who else gets to die and/or be...
Well, we won't find out this week.
Okay.
Because that's where we're going to wrap things up. Thanks for downloading, checking everything out. We'll be back next week because that's what we do. Yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, head over to patreon.com/majorspoilers. Kick in a few bucks. Let us know that you enjoy this and you want to see Critical Hit continue far into the future. And until next time, here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2018 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.